Hey guys, so there's a bit of a change up, I would say, here. A turn of events. So if you guys have been keeping up with what's been going on recently, earlier, the game itself actually leaked that the Part 3 Ultra character is going to be Ultra Instinct Goku sign. UI sign Goku as an Ultra. They put his image in the news. They did this themselves. It was part of like the guild competition portion of the news. And then they found out that it was leaked and they took it down. It was like 10 minutes after it came out, they took it down. So obviously they screwed up. And then, again, 26 minutes ago is what it says here. But just very recently, they released this. Reveals and Stuff Part 3, Legends Festival Edition 2023. So it says, breaking news. Reveals and Stuff Legends Festival Edition 2023 Part 3 will air from December 22nd. And it says, we will be revealing the latest info on a new character for Legends Festival 2023. And then 5 minutes later, they tweeted this out. 2 days until Reveals and Stuff Legends Festival Edition 2023 Part number 3. And then it just says the same thing. And then it has this, ink brush number 2 left for 2 days here. So very early, right? I think me and most people were expecting this to release next week during normal reset on the 27th/26th, depending on where you are. I think what happened here is they initially had this release planned for next week, 27th, and then the leak happened, and it was this is a full week before the release date of the character, I think. I don't think they wanted to wait a full week with people knowing in advance what the character was going to be before revealing the character and releasing the character. So I think what actually happened here is the leak happened, and they had, obviously it was an unfortunate situation for them, but I think they just decided on the fly to push up the release of the character. I think the initial release of the character was going to happen on the 27th, and the leak happened, and they decided to push it up all the way to the 23rd. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to get this reveal here on the 22nd, which is literally less than 48 hours from now. And then the character is going to come out the next day. When was the last time they did a reveal and stuff for a character, and then the character didn't just come out the next day? Or, again, depending where you are in the world, later that same day. So I think that there's a 95 to 98% chance that this character comes out on Saturday. For Saturday for me, I guess it would be Friday night for most people in the West. And then there's a lot of evidence that points to this as well. I mean, this tweet was made on 26 minutes ago, and then they immediately, 5 minutes later, tweet this out. When do they ever do that? That never happens for just announcements like this. You never see this. This is very weird, very uncommon for them. And they start a countdown at 2 days left. That seems weird too. And then in game, we have now a reveal and stuff announcement as well in the news tab. Look at this. This is all it says. Reveal and Stuff Legends Festival Edition 2023 Part number 3 is coming. Along with a special video, we will be revealing a new character for Legends Festival. Make sure not to miss it. Is that the most bare bones description for a reveal ever? I mean, this was very clearly put together in like 5 minutes. This is... It's so obvious that they were scrambling to rush and put this together here. So there's too much evidence that's piling up to suggest that they actually ended up pushing up the release date. I mean, it's like a full 5 days ahead of what it was supposed to be for this Ultra UI Goku. And we could even take a look at when the Ultra Gogeta Blue banner dropped last year. Ultra Gogeta Blue dropped on the 28th of December. I've seen people say, well, they like to drop they like to drop Legends Festival characters before Christmas. I mean, that's not true. Gogeta came out last year on the 28th. Now, you could point to Super Gogeta. I pulled him up as well. The first ever summonable Ultra character, and say, okay, well, Super Gogeta dropped on the 24th. right? Which kind of does line up with what we would expect to see with the release date for UI Goku now. But you have to remember, this celebration, Legends Festival 2021, did not have a Part 2 LF. It went tag Blue Goku and Vegeta from the Broly movie, who dropped alongside Sword of Hope Trunks. And then the next banner was this banner. So there was no in-between drop. So I don't think it's fair to really compare the celebration formats between this year's Legends Festival and 2021 because the formats are just completely different. The format is the same as this, even though we didn't get two, LF banners side by side during the year of Gogeta here last year. The overall spacing and format is the same. Like literally the start of festival is the exact same. Part 2 dropped the exact same time. There's absolutely no reason to expect the Ultra to drop at a different time than Gogeta did here. And yet we are getting this character reveal pushed up like 5 days ahead of what it was last year. So I actually really do think that they acknowledged that the leak happened. They probably had like a team meeting internally. Dimps, who's the developer, and Bandai probably initiated it because Bandai's the publisher. Bandai probably initiated some like meeting with everybody, and they made the decision. They came to the conclusion that it would be better just to push up the release date of the character here. Again, my initial thought was they would drop the character on the 27th, which would line up with last year's Gogeta drop, which is 1 day later. Just it's the way that the weekly reset happens. This year it falls on the 27th, which is a Wednesday, which is when reset is for me. It made the most sense to me. What they probably would have done is they probably would have dropped this on like Friday, and then they would have started the countdown from 5 days left. But instead, they announced this at like late at night, which they never do. And then they literally almost the same time, just 5 minutes apart, they drop a countdown that starts at 2 days left. It just seems very weird to me. I think there's like a 90% chance that they moved up the release date of this character. And again, I understand why they did it, because you can't have like the most hyped character of the celebration. I would honestly probably say that the Legends Festival Ultra character is like the first or second most hyped character of the year. It would be pretty detrimental, I think, to the excitement of the character's release if they had people waiting an entire week from the leak happening to when the character releases. At that point, a lot of the hype just ends up dying down. So I actually don't think this is a bad idea from a business standpoint. Personally speaking, I actually was planning on not being home this weekend. End of the year stuff. There's real life stuff going on. We have some personal, typically this time of year is when you spend time with, friends, family, stuff like that. And so I wasn't planning on being around this weekend because I was anticipating that the big drop would happen on Wednesday, which is normally when it would happen. So I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this, actually. There is a slight possibility that I actually might not even be around for this. Obviously, I will cover everything when I get back if that's the case, but I'm going to have to make a decision here. Am I going to be around or not? And right now, I can't give an answer on that. We will see what happens. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of this, because this is a different schedule than I thought we would be seeing here. But I think it is due to the leak happening. I think with the leak happening, they just thought it was necessary to push the release up. And so now we're getting the character coming out seemingly about 5 days earlier than initially planned, I think. Again, I'm like 90% sure that's the case. All signs point to that. There's a lot of evidence that points to that. Look at last year's banner. This year has the same exact format. There's no reason for them to change that. We have these tweets that are basically coming out at the same time, starting the countdown at 2 days left. Late at night like this, the leak, everything points to this being moved up here. So anyway, that's going to be it. Let me know down below what you guys think of Ultra UI Sign Goku basically coming out in 3 days. 2 days is going to be the reveal. Less than 48 hours until the reveal happens. Seems a little sudden to me, but hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one.